light, thunder, and lightning, and it more, but much more than that. The celestials too. In a sense, it is more encouragement of the study of the celestial bodies and what's up there in the skies, much more than our day-to-day lives. So that was good. As far as the way he presented it, the structure was good. Uh, there's a little bit. I was waiting for a little bit more structure in the intro and that to make it interesting. Basically, well, the normal intro would be to give it a little introduction on what the speech is all about. That part of it, I kind of picked a few things, but later on, as the speech went by, I understood what the speech was about. In that sense, in your speech, the intro was, well, you give it a little bit more information. I would say a little bit more information in the intro to make the speech interesting. And there's a little bit about speech also in that, in a scientific speech like this, the information is very, very structured. If it was a longer speech or a more technical speech, it would have to have an actual display, right? PowerPoint. Which is not required here, but in that sense, if it was there was a lot more statistics or figures that has to be put into it, and then there's also movement, right? Give yourself a little movement, voice inflection in certain parts of the topic that you think is more interesting. You gave gestures, which was very good, very. I think that was enough. And then on closing, I would say, oh, there's a little bit more. There's a little bit more. Maybe a few more if you have more time. I don't know. The problem with making the speech is only 5 minutes. But if you have more time, it would be with a little bit more personal experiences of what lightning does to make it more relevant to the audience. And then closing, I like the way you closed it in that you covered what is beyond. Your approach was more what is beyond just what I covered. I covered thunder and lightning, but there's beyond what I just said. So I like that. And that was more call to action to other things. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jose. And for our second evaluation, we have Prakash, who's going to evaluate Hannah's speech. Prakash?
Good morning, everyone, again. Thank you for your speech on how to save money. I'll be evaluating on three parts of your speech, like which are all the things you have done good, where all you have done great, and there are some improvement areas where you can enhance your speech. Which are all the things you have done good? The title, it was like easily eye-catching. It's a hook, like how to save money. Everyone is interested. Oh, I'm earning so much. Whether I could put down something or I can see some savings. Again, you have given tips where you can just take your pay slips or even the bank statement where you can see the pie chart where it is going, and you had three simple tips like pay yourself first. The second one I have missed. I have named it as where it is going and call for action. That is like some three typical simple tips where everyone can follow. These are all the things I have liked, and where all you have done great. Asking a question, at least whether they will respond or not, like asking a question, at least it attracts the attention. At least they will see where I will fall in. I'm a spender or a saver in that case. And gesture, you had a very nice gesture where you are moving your hand, you are freely moving around the stage. That was good. Again, in the end, you asked call for the action. At least you told them like where you can see how you can improve on saving money, or how they can take their pay slips or 3 months bank statement, see how the money coming and going out of the bank account. The improvement area, I felt the conclusion was kind of a little bit rushed. I thought if you just call out the 3 simple tips or 3 bullet points again in the conclusion, that would give you kind of a more idea. And you could have used a little more vocal variety where you could say where you are spending, or even you can exaggerate saying these are all really needed. That kind of contrast to your speech like can add a little more value. That's all I have for you. Back to general evaluator.
Thank you, Prakash. So that concludes the evaluation portion of the meeting, and we're going on to the third section of our meeting. We will ask our table topics master to come up, or do I actually turn it back? In fact, I think my function is to turn it back to the Toastmaster who then calls up the table topics. That's a procedural thing. And before I turn it back to the Toastmaster, I just want to say we want to use our time wisely, and we don't want to plunder our time. So let's welcome back our Toastmaster.
Thank you, Wami. Thank you so much.